Okay, welcome to the Skullcast.
Yeah,
We're playing. So what's the technical?
this is another Metroid 2 remake.
Okay, cool.
Apparently, there have been
Many.
many remakes of Metroid 2, which was a disappointing Game Boy game.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it was disappointing. I never played it, but
Must have been if there were so many remakes.
I think it's probably the fact that the next Metroid game was amazing.
Okay, yeah. In comparison.
Yes,
Yeah.
so people saw the great potential that Metroid 2 had, but it was, you know, you had to play it in like this
Yeah.
shitty...
Ridiculous screen.
Yeah, it was really
Well,
shitty.
either that or Super Game Boy, I guess.
No, plus, if you... I mean, imagine Mini Doom, the guy is pretty big,
Yeah.
okay? The sprite is pretty big.
It is pretty big.
Compared to the camera. Well, now imagine if Mini Doom guy was like, I don't know, 9% of the whole screen. That was a problem in Metroid 2. Samus was a pretty complex sprite, which had to live in a Game Boy sized camera.
Okay.
So yeah, anyway, there was an era of
remakes?
of Metroid 2 fan remakes, and among them all, which many of them were abandoned projects, which many people compared Mini Doom to them, saying this game will never come out. So shut the fuck up, haters, or whatever. In the end, this was the project that made it to the end, because I've seen other
Remakes?
well, I don't know if remakes, but attempts to make the famous remake. This one is based on not only mechanics but of sprites of the Game Boy Advance Metroid games, which I really like.
Yes, I also played the Zero Mission, was it the name?
Zero Mission, and
I remember it looked really nice.
Yeah,
really
and
nice.
We played the Fusion. Metroid Fusion.
Right.
That was really cool.
Yeah. So you told me these were Argentinians?
I'm not sure.
Well, among them.
Honestly, I am not completely sure. I think the original developer is Argentinian.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done my research. I just know that after making this game, he actually got like a job offer in making Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh,
Which,
whoa.
good for him. I mean,
Oof.
awesome. Also, this game got banned the day it was released, which means it's a good game.
Yeah, of course.
But now we all know the reason. It was because Nintendo was actually remaking Metroid 2.
Oh, come on. Nintendo bans everything. Or they used to, I guess.
That's true, but...
They are very litigious.
That's true. But we will never know. Anyway, I already finished this game recently, very recently.
Okay.
And as you can see, I got 88% because I'm a Metroid junkie.
Not bad.
So we're gonna do this.
Okay, so yeah, back to our topics. We have to finish talking about Extra Lives. Why
yeah.
video games matter by Timmy?
Tom Bizel.
Tommy Bizel.
I don't know how you say that name, but
It will be Bizel. Who cares?
maybe it's called
we
Bizel. Whatever. I finished reading the book.
Yes, you did. Finally.
So now it's the Revengance.
Okay. So what? Oh, that's.
Hell
that's
yeah.
nice. That's
we
fucking
were
nice.
talking about Homeworld the other day.
Oh, holy shit, dude!
Check out this.
Homeworld the third.
Oh yeah.
So
Homeworld.
exciting! So exciting!
Homeworld 3. God damn, I hope it happens.
Oh, it will happen. It will absolutely happen. I just hope they manage to make it, like to actually.
That's what I mean. I hope it happens.
Oh, okay. No. I thought you meant like the financing and the kickstarting. Well, the figging, I guess, since it's on Fig.
Oh, it's in Fig.
It's in Fig.
Huh, yeah.
Which like a platform that looks more legit with the passing of every day.
Oh shit! I think we have to enable the. I see some horizontal tearing.
Yeah.
Or vertical. The fun fact: this game is made in Game Maker, much like Mini Doom.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so let's check out the vertical sync. Let's see if this helps.
Yep.
No, wait, no.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Well,
Whatever.
Yeah, we can fucking play.
Anyway, so you finished the book like what? Like last week?
Was it last week? Maybe it was like.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, let's say 2
Recently.
weeks. 2 weeks ago.
Okay, cool. So what was where did you left last time? Were you missing like a tiny part, the last chapter?
No,
or
no,
half
no,
of the
no.
book?
Yeah, like half of the book probably.
Okay, so any new insights in the latest part?
No, completely. Yes.
Because I think you read up until everything was shameful and hateful and
Yeah.
disastrous.
Well, in the probably the first middle of the book, you know, Tommy is like very careful in covering his back,
Yeah,
and
his shame.
yeah, probably in the second half of the book, he's more willing or open to talk about
Yeah, the goodness of games. The
like
tiny, very tiny good part of games.
I don't know if goodness, but like more honestly about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, without covering his ass constantly.
Yeah, it was like too careful.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, you don't need to apologize every 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, I just said that I'm a fucking bitch for Metroid games, okay? I liked Metroid Other M. I know it's shit. I know it has problems, but I'm not gonna say that before I say I like Metroid Other M.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you either you like it or you don't. That's it. No need for excuses.
Actually, I'm just...
You like what you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I like that fucking game, and I'm not gonna say why
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck
Just enjoy it. That's it.
I like that game. That decent game or whatever. Anyway, now I finished the book.
So what were the latest chapters? I mean, before we go into drug hell.
Oh well, that's like the after.
Yeah, that's the last part.
The final chapter.
Sort of, kind of a last chapter / epilogue. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that was interesting too. I think I don't know where I left off last time.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just what you remember the last episodes, the games of the last chapters.
I can remember that the most interesting things were like when he talked about if video games can be considered art or whatever.
Man.
And he was talking about Braid and stuff.
Mm.
And he mentions like a few things that I actually mentioned that episode we talked about his book. I said I was telling you about the dissonance or the challenge in making gameplay and story. And he talks a lot about how gameplay and story are kind of conflicted.
Yes.
And that's true. That's a very true thing. However, he approaches it in a very, I don't know if, how do you say this, like pessimistic way?
Yeah, that's the word.
Probably,
pessimistic.
yeah, he
I mean,
says...
Yeah, he goes...
He doesn't say it's a challenge. He says...
Yeah, it's impossible,
it's
more or less.
Irreconcilable. I don't know if that's a word in English. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, like it's impossible to have a decent story in a game. That's what I took from that part. It's like don't even try. You're an idiot if you honestly try to.
Well,
But that's basically what I was left after those chapters.
Clearly, we have a Tom Bissell detractor here. I'm gonna be the Tom Bissell supporter.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Because I think. Well, I think we both think that it was a good book, or at least it's
an important book.
It's a good read.
It's a. I mean, if you develop games, it's a must.
Yeah.
If you just enjoy the analysis of games and how they work, it's interesting. But yeah, if you're a developer or yeah, it's a must read, absolutely. Mainly because you will probably disagree.
Oh, I had a great time reading the book.
Yeah, me too.
I would.
Mainly because I was constantly thinking of possible conversations I would like to have with Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, if sometime you see these videos, I really enjoyed your book.
Oh no,
honestly,
it's a great read.
it's a great read, even if we don't agree. I mean, mainly because of that. I don't know.
Mainly because we don't agree. It's a great read.
Yeah. So
I mean, if there's something our society desperately needs, is being able to take in
politely disagree.
politely disagree. Exactly.
Yeah.
To take and rationalize and understand dissenting opinions.
True that.
Those
So-
look like owls. Techno owls.
You're very right about that.
Okay, so you were saying.
Yeah, let's not talk about Metroid enemy design because there are some silly, silly specimens there,
Yeah, kinda.
and not only in the fan games. Okay,
Mm.
whatever. I was saying, I think he's, yeah. I mean, he talks a lot about, yeah, the problem of storytelling and gameplay. It is probably an age-old problem,
Yeah, since the beginning, I guess.
and one without an easy answer.
Mm.
I mean, I've played games where I said, yes, the gameplay is actually getting in the way of the story.
I think we have probably.
Much like,
Yeah, you see, this is the thing where I also tend to agree with him, at least with the sentiment behind all his pretentious writing.
okay.
That
Oh yeah, pretentiousness. That's...
I am quite sure that we've said many times the story is getting in the way.
Mhm.
I don't think we have ever said this game needs more story,
Huh.
or the gameplay is meddling in the
In the story?
in the story.
Well, we did talk about the Iconoclast.
Yeah,
And
but
I would say the
that's the thing.
Iconoclast is the perfect example of a game which has dissonance between story and gameplay. Perfect example.
I would say not only. Yeah, there's no relation.
Between
Yeah.
story and gameplay.
Yeah, there are two separate things that.
Yeah, well, you maybe you're right about that, because the gameplay of Iconoclast is very much like this game, but the story is not at all like this game.
You know, I don't think it's like this game because
The gameplay?
yes, because this is not action. I mean, yeah, there are monsters and things, but
Would you say
I would-
Iconoclast is action? I don't know.
I think that you never get confused as to what exactly is the kind of gaming you will be experiencing after playing. I don't know. You play like for 15 minutes and you're like, oh, okay, this is a kind of a little bit more. It's slower. You will have to like search a lot. There will be a lot of like traversing puzzles, and there will be not many like really interesting fights with other enemies. But in Iconoclast, it was like I was so excited to use my wrench in really interesting ways and to kill enemies
Wait a
and
minute.
to do things.
So you were talking about Metroid
Yes,
right
Metroid.
now.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's the thing. I don't think you would ever get a confusing like you don't get the wrong idea. Never.
Well, maybe that's because we already know what Metroid is about. I mean, in my case, I already knew what the Iconoclast was about because I played the beta or
Yeah,
alpha.
but even with that knowledge, you were like, yeah, this is.
Well, in the beginning, the game is kind of, you know, exploration-y and kind of. I wouldn't say it's action, really. Is it?
I don't know. Okay, yeah. Let's not say action, but I thought there was some.
But maybe you're
As I said,
right.
I was really excited to use all my weapons in different and interesting and really fun ways.
Well, it's true that the action is pretty. It's pretty good in the beginning of the Iconoclast, right?
It's great, and then you have to break
Plus, it's colorful.
for puzzles and crap.
It's
That's
colorful.
really annoying.
Well, the puzzles annoyed you?
When they cut my very fun platforming and weapon using, and yeah, it's kind of annoying. But let's go back to the. Yeah, we have already criticized. We have already discussed Iconoclast.
Iconoclast? Okay.
Yeah.
No, but it is relevant to what we're talking about right now.
Okay.
Oh shit, energy tanks. I have a big problem with this in the game.
So it's relevant because of that disconnection between that disconnect between
Between
story
gameplay
and
and
gameplay.
story, yes.
What game would you say is like what's the opposite of ludonarrative dissonance?
Huh.
Like perfect connection between storytelling and
Yeah, that's not a simple answer because I would have to
because
really
I really
think
don't
about that.
I don't really remember one game that I said, oh yeah, the gameplay and the mechanics are a perfect reflection of the story, and
story.
the themes. I really don't.
That's a tricky
don't
question
remember.
because every time there is no ludonarrative dissonance is when the game
you're
has no
supposed-
story.
Okay.
At least that's most of the cases which are just easy to,
Yeah, of course.
to talk about right now.
Mm.
But
So well, I guess in that.
can we have a better answer for that? Yes, maybe. I mean, I can't think of one game right now that's
me
that's
neither.
a good example. I would maybe in the next episode we can start by having like 5 minutes to think about it.
Okay, well, we can talk about the games he describes as, I don't know, the opposite of dissonant ludonarratively. I mean, he talks a lot about Left 4 Dead and the.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's about a group of people that must help each other, and of course you must form like a party, and the different skills and.
Yeah. I played a lot of Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Back in the days.
So
It was fun.
I mean, yeah, I guess that is true, but the thing is, there's not really a story. I mean, it's a setting, and the gameplay supports that setting perfectly because, of course. But I'm not sure if there's like a story in the sense of, oh, there's a narrative which is supported by the mechanics.
Well, he does. Did he use this as an example of that?
I remember he
I'm not
talked
sure.
very highly about how he felt.
Well, I think he meant like the mechanics actually reinforced the. Maybe not the story because there isn't really much story in
Yeah,
Left
that's what I
4
mean.
Dead.
So the theme,
Yeah, more or less the theme.
the world, the setting. Okay.
I don't know. No, not exactly the setting, but the. Like the way it's supposed to be played, or maybe the emotions that you should feel while playing that.
Okay, yeah.
Because I mean the whole point of that game is like
Yeah,
you are a survivor.
Mm.
You and your friends are survivors.
Yeah, and you should be feeling like a survivor and a hero. Well, no, maybe not a hero, but yeah, a competent survivor that they made it. They made it out.
Yes, and I would say the game is great at doing that. Maybe not telling a story. And
Yeah,
we're right,
yeah.
what we're talking about right now is that.
Oh,
right?
story.
It's
Okay.
actually story,
Yeah.
which
Oh man, look at those sprites.
Oh, it has some amazing sprites. This
Damn.
game. Dude, it has some better stuff than this.
So envious.
Wait, mini puzzle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, come on. That's a nice tiny puzzle.
Yeah, it's a puzzle you can solve without thinking.
I like it. I like
It's a puzzle you can solve while
it's
recording a podcast.
It's a nice puzzle you can put in a non-puzzly game, and you would make your players feel like really smart people.
Sure.
I like it.
It's actually a good example for a first puzzle, which it
Yes.
is. So yeah,
very nice.
props. I mean, this game is good, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's good.
Looks really nice.
So anyway, we can't give a good example right now, but it is true that it is a huge challenge balancing story and gameplay, or
Yeah, but-
maybe making them even resonate, like support one another. Super hard.
Yeah, I guess that's why well, the other day I told you, I mean, maybe story should be used like it was used back in the day when cinematics were like your prize. That's why you played for.
As a reward, I mean.
Yep. Or maybe that's just like me, an old gamer that remembers the time when cinematics were something
Well,
like new.
I mean, that's that's not a solution to that. That's
Oh, no!
also like, hey, if the story is a reward, then yeah, your gameplay is the obstacle, and it's just getting in the way.
Well, the same way Bowser is getting in your way in Mario.
Yeah, but in Mario's case, it's like you have fun fighting Bowser.
Yes.
You fight Bowser to fight him, not to see the story, because you know what the story is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's other kind of price. I mean, it's just another kind of price.
Wait, I have to sort of concentrate with these guys.
Okay.
You can cheese them in the beginning.
Oh. So
Late-
yeah, I think it's just another kind of price. I mean, it's another structure of entertainment, or I don't know how to call it,
Wait,
of rewarding the player.
can we make a pause in what we're talking right now? I wanted to say something about these little Metroids you find in the game.
Okay.
You see how I cheesed it, right? Like, I knew how to fight these guys,
Mhm.
and I just duck and shoot missiles into its soft underbelly.
Okay.
Whatever. The thing about this game, it's like, it's about eradicating all the Metroids, so you have to fight a bunch of them throughout the game, right? So the way that they decided to ramp up the difficulty of these Metroid enemies is not only by introducing new, bigger, meaner Metroids with more life and hit points, they actually made subtle changes in the AI of later Metroids that you find. Like, sometimes the next guys you meet, the next Metroids you meet, they sometimes dodge your shots, or they have different patterns, but they get smarter. Yes, a bit smarter every time.
Cool.
So that was cool. That was a pretty good way to make your enemies harder without having to, reskin them as a red
as the
version.
blue Metroid.
Yes, as the new colored Metroid, which you just have to shoot more.
Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah.
No, that was cool. That was all.
Cool. Okay. So well, I guess we will discuss in the next episode.
Yeah, I guess we already took like half an hour to say nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Next episode we continue with the book.
Sure.